and I'm not going to be part of it any longer. I'm no longer going to be talking about Destiny. I don't care what she says or what she has to say about me. She could literally flat out lie to you guys wholeheartedly, and I'm just going to let it be, because I was putting way too much of my energy into that, and I'm just absolutely done.
Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I am back again for another Amberlynn read video. And I have to tell you, I'm not super excited about this video. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I am because I think she's gonna be messy. I'm not because I don't like Q&As. and I didn't even realize that this was a Q&A until right before I was getting ready to film this video. Because, you know, whenever it's a very long video title, YouTube only shows you like a certain amount of the title. Well, I didn't see that at the very end of the title, there is the qualifier Q&A. And she sure did everything she could to fit as many goddamn things into this title as she could. So let me just read it real quick for you. Destiny hurt me. I'm moving. Ozempic. Intimacy, self-identity, weight loss surgery, and more. Bar Q&A. Ooh, that was a funny way to say bar. That was a funny way to say bar. We're leaving it in. It is also a 19-minute long video, so I got some bevies. I got my little homemade iced coffee. Yes, a hoe made it. I'm the hoe in question. And because I'm a good gay person, I also have a second drink, which is just some straight up water. And of course, also because I'm a gay person, we drink strictly out of mason jars in this home. So anyways, I am most certainly intrigued. I'm guessing this Q&A is all from a previously mentioned Instagram post. I mentioned it right at the very end of my last reaction video that she asked for questions on Instagram for a future YouTube video. I was thinking we might get them sprinkled in here and there, but it looks like we're getting a whole entire dedicated video to it today. I really don't think I have anything else to say except that if you want to get this shirt, you can go to my merch shop down below. It's a good old bestie, you look the same as you always do, which, based on what I'm seeing on my screen right now, Amberlynn certainly does look the same as she always does. Although her hair is down, that is a little bit different today, but here we are. So let's just get to, shall we?
Hey guys, welcome to the video. So I haven't done like a Q&A on YouTube in a hot minute, or at least it feels that way.
I mean, anytime that you run out of other content, you do Q&As, and it probably also feels that way because you haven't been spending every hour of your day answering questions on a Instagram Q&A situation type of deal. And also, I would really say that most of your live streams in the recent history, you know, when you were live streaming about Destiny almost daily, I would say also those really counted as a Q&A too, but let me not be too picky.
I don't know. So I figured, let's do one. I went onto Instagram and I had you guys ask me questions.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it a little different this time. Y'all's questions are
Joy pee
in this box.
What kind of kink is that? You taking joy in peeing. I know that's not how it's spelled, but but also why is that immediately where my mind went to? What is joy pee?
Normally I have a crown living in this box. Yes,
a crown?
A crown. It is what it is. All girls have a crown. So my friend actually came up with this idea. They were
cringe. Also, her friend came up with this idea. I just want to remind you that in a video, Amberlynn said, or maybe it was an Instagram story. God, I can't remember, and I don't know if I have that receipt still. Either way, once upon a time, Amberlynn said all of her closest friends were once YouTube subscribers. So when she says her friend, it's probably just somebody who DM'd her on the Instagram.
We're over here hanging out. They're kind of new to like the YouTube world. I've tried to explain it to them, and I was explaining like how it's my job and all that. They've watched some of my videos, but I told them how, well, like what my next video was.
I know.
And then
unless I see this friend, or at the very least get a name. Sorry, I'm just choosing to believe this is your imaginary friend, bestie, because Why do I care? Why do I care? I don't care about these people. I would love for a side character. Would absolutely love for a side character. I've longed for a side character, but wifey's body parts and imaginary friends we're never gonna see on camera don't cut it.
Them two came together and he was like, let me choose the questions. And as he was going through, he was like, I don't understand most of this. What are they talking about?
A friend chose...
There's a lot of, like, inside things between me and YouTube.
A friend chose the questions? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is all gonna add up then, because I was like, girly girl said she was never gonna talk about Destiny anymore moving forward, so why is she out here talking about Destiny? That makes sense, because her friend picked a question about Destiny, so she has to answer it. Mm-hmm.
And they were just confused. But he chose questions, wrote them on paper, folded them up, and put them in here. I have no idea what to expect.
I want to see the handwriting.
The question that's in here. I'm watching. You better follow the rules.
Also, she really isn't looking the same as she always does, because what is this little side swoop bang comb over moment? Oh, okay, girly, yes. I don't know how I just noticed that. We're a minute in, probably because I've been pausing every 2 seconds, but work, diva.
One rule. I said we have to have all genres, like a freaking movie. We need comedy, we need horror, we need education, we need lifestyle, we need romance, we need drama. Let's get into it.
Why is she acting like this? Do you know what I'm saying? Does it feel like she's putting on a show right now? This is definitely a part of some part of the cycle graph. I'm not sure what part, but where she starts having this like different persona, this persona that she's putting on. That's somewhere in the circle, right?
All the pages. This is so funny. All right, let's do this thing. Would you rather live on a farm or on a boat?
Oh, I hope they get better than this.
Me and boats, we don't connect, which is crazy because as a young girl, I went on plenty of boats. And I swam in the middle of the ocean, okay?
And when was the last time you were on a boat or swam in the middle of the ocean? When? Or when did you even have the opportunity? You haven't left Kentucky in years.
I had no fear. And now I'm like, nope, don't want to be anywhere near the water. If you could visit any time period, what would it be? The 1950s. Them and those poodle skirts are too cute.
Them and them poodle skirts are too cute. Okay, all right. If this is what the Q&A is, if this is 19 minutes of her talking about how the 1950s would be such a great time to be alive because they had poodle skirts. Girl, you could have a poodle skirt in fucking 2023. Go get you one.
Who is your favorite 90-day couple on this season of Before the 90 Days? Definitely Gino and Jasmine because it's just like drama. Jasmine, honey, you need help. I mean, a lot of us need help, being honest. But like...
T. Not Amberlynn telling somebody else they need help. Girly. Damn. I mean, I also get the vibe of watching a TV show and wanting to give your opinion on it or like wanting to give those people feedback. Because that is totally me last night watching The Ultimatum Queer Love. Like, no spoilers, but fucking Mildred and Tiff are talking to each other and they're bickering, fighting about something. And I just turned to Noel and I'm like, they both need therapy. Therapy for both of you. And it's just like, obviously I also need therapy. But those two, if you know, you know, I'm not done watching yet, so no spoilers. I think we have 2 more episodes, or maybe just 1 episode. I think the next episode is like the penultimate episode. Not penultimate, that's not the right use of that word. The final episode where they all make their choices about the ultimatum or whatever, and then we got the reunion. But I just... What?
Like, if you guys watch Before the 90 Days, like, tell me. Shit ain't adding up. I'm over here like...
Shit's not adding up? Did she not once upon a time call me out for that being an annoying thing to say or something? Okay, girly. Amberlynn, Zachary Michael Superstand confirmed. Not that I'm the first person to ever be like, do, shit's not adding up, but you know. If you know, you know.
Will 1 + 1 = 2? Sounds to me she's using him for money. What is one thing you'll never do again? Wow, that's hard. I will never eat meth again. Yes, I ate meth. I was 15. And it will never happen again. No, can you make recipes at home?
Oh, she got me. She got me, girls. She got me. Whew. I always forget about the eating meth story. I definitely have heard it before, but I just, every time it gets brought up, I'm like, how many meths did you eat? How many meths did you eat, Amberlynn?
Like takeout, but instead fake out. Oh, fake out! Wait, that is so cute.
Wait.
I love that idea.
Wait, what was this? What was the question? Sorry, I was too busy coughing and hacking and almost dying from the eating meth thing.
Can you make recipes at home like takeout, but instead fake out? Oh, fake out!
That's not even an original idea because she's done that before. She has done that before where she was, I think she did it with the whole fucking KFC chicken bowl. Y'all remember that? She's like, I'm gonna make a little at-home version so I don't order takeout anymore. That's not even a creative idea.
That is so cute. I love that idea. It's like a fake out series. Wait, that's the only type of fake I like. Are you continuing to heal from your past trauma? Yes, I am. I actually have not had a therapy appointment in like 3 weeks, so I need to get on to that.
Checks out. She's doing exactly what everybody predicted she would do. Doing exactly what everyone predicted she would do, which was no longer going to therapy after she completed the 12 therapy appointments required by weight loss surgery people, folks, whoever, whatever, you know? You're exactly the girl we knew you were, Amberlynn. You're exactly the girl we knew you were.
I have my next one scheduled. What made you feel disconnected with your weight loss surgery journey? I let fear hardcore get in the way. And it was just like, so many things kept telling me, don't do it. Like, it was as if my gut was telling me, like, something bad is gonna happen. And I don't know.
I'm sure your gut is telling you something bad's gonna happen.
It's like, I don't know. Something was telling me, don't do it. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know if I want to 100% get into it right now, but...
Of course you don't 100% want to get into it right now. If you don't want to get into it, why read the question? Why answer the question? I'm sick of vague Lynn.
There are just things just telling me not to do it.
There's just things. There are things somewhere and somebody is doing them. And I just don't want to get into it right now.
No, I definitely trust my gut a lot. Obviously, I'm wrong sometimes. I also trust my intuition. Obviously, I'm wrong sometimes.
Is your gut and your intuition different things?
It just didn't feel right. What's one good habit you have accomplished in June that you will carry with you into July? Ooh. Definitely eating at home more. Like, less takeout, so many more like whole foods.
Less takeout? Have you had takeout again since the McDonald's situation? Because allegedly that's the only thing in like 10 days that had happened.
And so many people like believe that they need to count calories and measure their food to lose weight, but it's just like when I don't count calories and I'm literally just eating like whole foods and foods that like feel good and nourish your body, I notice I lose weight. The minute I start like counting...
Have you? Because so far you've done one weigh-in since you started not counting calories, and I believe you gained weight. So unless something has changed that you haven't told us about...
Them pesky calories and adding more like processed, obviously I'm not perfect, but adding more like processed and measuring everything, like I don't lose as much weight. So I feel like there is like a really big misconception. I feel like a lot of people do count calories because they do like the processed food. So if it works for you, I love that. But like for me, I don't.
I'm just so confused because for so long also on her channel, she's always just said, I know how to lose weight. It's as easy as calories in, calories out. I know, I get it. I know, I just don't do it. And now it's like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Also wild to me that somebody pointed this out in the last video where I covered her talking about the emails from her dietitian. And it's also wild to me that somebody pointed out how she mentioned like, oh, I've learned so much from you. I can't wait to show you how I continue to like use the things I've learned here to continue my progress. And then immediately threw that all out to do some like fad TikTok trend, which is eating cottage cheese, mustard, and apparently not counting calories.
I just feel so much better eating whole foods, nourished. Like, putting my
I also
head
love
in this
whole
weird
foods.
spot of like having to measure out broccoli. Girl, no. Like, I'm not gonna measure out my broccoli, sorry. Do you have an exercise routine right now? I don't. I actually don't.
Surprise!
To get one. I know.
Who's surprised here?
That you found your self-identity. Wow. You know what? I don't know who I am.
Why also does she act like every single question is this like groundbreaking, deep question?
I was gonna try to come up with an answer, but I literally don't know who I am. I have no idea who I am as a person. I don't know my favorite color. I don't know my clothing style. I don't know who I am.
I'm obsessed that she's like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what my favorite color is, as though that's what people are wondering about in terms of your identity. You know, whenever I think about who I am as a person, the very first thing that comes to my mind is I'm a person who loves the color blue. Or even the second thing she said, which is like her clothing style, which I do think is a way a lot of people express their identity, but like clothing alone is not an identity. It's just one way that we express it, right? Like, she's so goofy. You couldn't think of anything else that you're a YouTuber, that, you know, like you're somebody who cares about fat phobia, that you're a lesbian. I mean, obviously, like, those of us in the queer community don't want to only be defined by our sexuality or gender identities. But, like, I would say for me, that's a big part of who I am and has informed a large part of who I am. Like, what do you mean? You are 2 years old and you don't know who you are? I'll also say, on the clothing part of that answer, she has defined, like, things as being her aesthetic and not her aesthetic multiple times. So I don't know why she's acting like she doesn't know that part of her identity either.
I feel like the only thing I do know is things that I'm passionate about. Things that like, give me the Frisian goosebumps. Like, I know what type of music I love, and I can just feel my soul dance, and I can feel my soul cry to certain songs.
Oh, sure.
Just really, truly feel it. I know that I love Legos, and I absolutely adore animals and things like that. But, like, truly, I just don't know who I am. And I am hoping that I will eventually find out. Like, I just feel like every day is a new day to learn more about yourself and who you are. And I'm 32 years old, and I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to have it all figured out by 32 by any means. Not at all. Not at all. I'm just, for me, I'm like, how do you not know anything about who you are as a person? You know, also, though, it makes sense, really, I guess, if I think about it, because so much of her online personality and who she is here on the internet is focused around, 1, her weight and weight loss, 2, buying a whole bunch of stuff that we never see again. It's like, a lot of the times it feels like she tries to buy some of these things to, like, I don't know, make a personality to some extent. And I guess I can see in terms of, like, when it comes to creativity and what you choose to do on your channel, it checks out that maybe you don't know anything about who you are as a person. I also, though, don't entirely believe that. I just don't think she's trying very hard to think about this question critically, because she's also talked about so many things about who she is as a person, you know? She's somebody who's, like, lived through a foster care experience. She's somebody who is, like, the child of drug addicts. She is somebody who has struggled with her weight. All of these things are things that inform who she is as a person. And I think if she just thought critically about it, she could form a sentence. But I guess asking Amberlynn to think critically about it is not something that would align with how she identifies, right? I don't know if she identifies as somebody who thinks critically. So there you go.
I don't know, like, who is she? Who's Amberlynn Reed? Why did you agree to talk to Destiny at all, knowing it wouldn't be good for you? Oh, boy. I didn't think my friend was going to choose any Destiny questions, but he did. I think I wanted, like, my own...
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Oh, I can't believe my friend picked a Destiny question. Girl, you said you were done talking about Destiny. You said it was over. Why are we talking about Destiny?
Closure. I wanted my own closure, honestly.
Closure?
I had so many questions that I wanted to ask her, and I didn't. I felt blindsided. A lot of people think that I was watching her live, and I definitely was not. I had no idea that she was live.
You're goofy.
And then when she told me she was live...
No, even if you're saying you weren't watching her live, you did know she was live, because on the live stream, while you were on the phone, you said that people sent you messages about the things she was saying in her live stream. So at a minimum, you did know she was live, regardless of whether or not you were watching her at the time. Let's not lie. Let's not lie about it.
I said, okay. And then I guess her live ended or something, because she said, okay, now we're talking in private. And she never told me she went back on live stream. When people say, oh, those are Amberlynn's true colors.
Yeah.
No, that's not what you saw. You saw a side of me that is very angry, very betrayed.
So you're saying that's not who you are? I don't know. Again, going back maybe to a point you just made about not knowing who you are, it's hard sometimes to know what your true colors are, because you do put on different personas depending on what the audience is. And it's clear that even if this is the real you right now, that the part of you that was saying that shitty ass stuff to Destiny was also the real you.
That's all it was. You saw me talk to somebody who absolutely has betrayed me. That's someone that I used to love, who used to love me, who I've given my heart to, my body to, etc. Someone that I thought I was going to be with for a very...
I don't like the look in her face right now. She thinks that she is owning this answer right now. Lil Smuglin is coming out.
Very long time. Who then betrayed me. So yeah, you saw a side of me that was hurt. That was blindsided.
But is that not a part of who you truly are? Is that not a part of your true colors? I see your true colors.
I was extremely, extremely angry. And I've had a lot of people actually message me on Instagram saying, you handled that better than I would. I don't know what people are talking about. Like,
oh, yeah. It's always the people messaging her on Instagram that are patting her on the back, telling her she did such a good job.
Of course you were.
I'm feeling sassy today.
Like, what she did to you. And
I'm so sorry I'm feeling sassy today. Also, yeah, no, Amberlynn doesn't have to like Destiny. I would be very fucking annoyed if I had an ex that was out here talking shit about me on the internet too. That's all besides the point. Amberlynn went low. Amberlynn said, I'm not just mad at you, but I'm going to like say this stuff about your brother being a drug addict. I'm gonna talk about your dad not being your real dad, and I'm gonna talk shit about Becky. That's what Amberlynn did in that moment. So it's not just a matter of being angry, okay? Because you can be angry and upset and frustrated with Destiny. I could understand where she would be frustrated with Destiny about those things. 100%. The problem is that you took your anger towards Destiny and applied it to 3 people who are not involved in your anger towards Destiny, right? You brought up her dad, her brother, and Becky, who had nothing to do with that. So you can be angry at Destiny, for sure. I'll allow that. I mean, you don't need my permission regardless. But, like, I'm saying I could understand why you would be annoyed with Destiny. She's causing a lot of extra drama in your life, although also probably a lot of extra views. I can understand why you'd be annoyed, but you didn't have to bring in those 3 people. And that's where people had the problem with you, bestie. That's where people are like, you didn't handle this well.
I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like, you expect me to, like, respect Destiny after everything she's done to me.
It's not about respecting Destiny. It's about respecting these 3 people who didn't ask to be a part of this. It's about not trying to out people's substance abuse as tea or a way to get back at your ex that you're angry at.
So it's like people coming out of the woodwork saying, oh, this is your true colors. No,
that is
just a little tiny side of me.
You don't even know who you are as a person. How would you know? You just said that. But no, I do think that's your true colors. I think it's a part of them.
Means we are complex. There's several sides to us. I mean, I probably have over 300 sides to me, and you happen to just see a side.
300 sides of you, girl? I guess, probably. Damn, okay.
That doesn't come out often. It does not come out often. And it's unfortunate that I was on a live stream. It is what it is. Like, I don't think anyone watching me right now can look me in the face and say they have never been angry at someone and vocalized anger.
Again, not the point. Not the point at all. The way she's trying to rewrite this to be like, oh, I was just angry. I think it's relatable to be angry. It is relatable to be angry, but that's not the point here. I've been angry before, and I haven't ever felt like sharing somebody's like personal problems with substance abuse who are not even a part of the drama as a part of that anger. I've never shared something like that when I was angry or to get back at somebody. You know, I can tell you that. I've been angry at people before. I will even go as far to say as I've said things in anger that I probably wouldn't say otherwise. But you're just writing this off as like, it's normal to be angry at somebody when it's not normal to out somebody's substance abuse like that. You know what I'm saying? Are we on the same page? I feel like me and the audience are on the same page. I don't think me and Amberlynn will ever be.
Is intermittent fasting actually helping? Yes, I could definitely say that it is, because for that chunk of time, those 16 hours where it's like, I'm not allowed to eat, it like helps me not think about food. Who are your favorite Animal Crossing?
Okay, I'm glad she at least said it like that and not like, oh yeah, I've lost weight. Because again, what I was really about to ask is like, well, girl, where's the weight loss then if it's really helping? But she didn't even bring it up in this situation. Also, she's getting ready to answer a question about her favorite Animal Crossing characters, which I know she's so invested in this game. I can't wait to hear who she likes the most.
Villagers. Oh, I don't pick favorites. No mom picks favorites. How would you?
That is so goofy. She is not playing this game because there is no Animal Crossing player I know that doesn't have a favorite villager or at least a handful of favorite villagers. And a lot of Animal Crossing players have like villagers they hate. This is how we do it in the Animal Crossing community. I can tell you right now who my faves are. Diva, Jambette, Judy, because she has the same name as my dog. Bones, the original himbo. Get out of here, girl. Get out of here, girl.
Your first time getting spicy with Feline?
Not spicy with Feline.
I was shy. Let's just say that. I was shy, but it felt really good. It felt like fire. It felt like
how your brain's on fire when you eat processed food.
When you stop all the processed food, like all that processed food has like chemicals that literally set your brain on fire. Like it has been proven. It just felt really good.
Okay, good.
I'm moving sooner now that weight loss surgery isn't a factor.
Good question.
Yes, I am. Will we ever get a full apartment tour? Yeah, like maybe before I move. Do you think it was partly anxiety?
I hope she does move, because that would change some things up for us. I would love a move. I would love a moving arc, a moving era. Would love to see her in a new city. Now, like I did say at this video already at some point, she hasn't left Kentucky in literal years, but I would be down for a moving arc.
That made you delay a weight loss surgery? See, I wouldn't correlate that with weight loss surgery. I never felt like anxiety or like anxious regarding weight loss surgery, so I'm gonna say no. Should I show my fiance?
Were you not just earlier talking about how you were feeling very disconnected and worried in your gut that something bad was gonna happen? Is that not anxiety?
My wedding gown, I'm too excited to hide it from him. Oh my god, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Can we see your Animal Crossing island? Yes, I've been meaning to show you guys, but I keep forgetting. I will say my Animal Crossing island on this island is by far my favorite because I used to play Animal Crossing on like the original Animal Crossing game. Not a lot of people know that. People think that Animal Crossing came out during the pandemic.
Why is she trying to act fucking brand new? Or not brand new? Why is she trying to act like she's not brand new? I can't even talk because I'm so annoyed at her acting like some kind of Animal Crossing expert. Girl, no, we know that the one on the Switch was not the first Animal Crossing video game. In fact, I can tell you I had it on my 3DS and I also had the original GameCube version. Like, we are not brand new. You're the one brand new over here. You're the one that needs to prove you actually play this game. Because you've been talking about it, and you can't even name a favorite Animal Crossing villager. Get out of here.
First time ever. And I'm like, no. Tell me you haven't played Animal Crossing without telling me you haven't played Animal Crossing.
You tell me. You tell me you haven't played Animal Crossing without telling me you haven't.
That was just a new Animal Crossing. I've been playing Animal Crossing for, oh my god, since I lived in Virginia. So it's been forever. What is yours and your girlfriend's top inside joke and the story behind it? Oh, that's hard to choose because there's so many. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it wouldn't be an inside joke anymore if I told you all about it. No, it wouldn't. It would be an outside joke. And I'm going to keep it on the inside.
Then why fucking read the question to begin with? You're so annoying. I'm enjoying this. I'm having so much fun. Amberlynn, if you're watching, keep creating this amazing content. I'm having a blast.
Who's a YouTuber you classify as a guilty pleasure?
Ooh. That's such a good question.
I'd actually... Oh. Okay. Before anyone comes for me, this is a new guilty pleasure.
I'm coming for you.
I don't know any backstory on this person, so if they've ever done anything bad and they need to be canceled, I don't know about it. Okay? Yo mama. Yep, it's Yo mama.
That's actually so fascinating. If you don't know who Yo Mama is, okay, I'm here to give you the backstory very quickly. So, Yo Mama got involved in Girl World because he originally was very involved in like what was that? What sport is it? The football gaming industry, YouTube? I don't know. The like EA Sports, the NFL, the Madden community. He's very involved in that. So you might remember I did a video months ago at this point about some drama with some foodie beauty reaction channels, and it involved a channel called Just Breezin', it involved a channel called Jessica Messica, and it involved a channel called Garlic Bread. It turned out that Garlic Bread was also a big Madden YouTuber, and he had this whole separate account called Ryan Moody something or another, okay? And so Ryan Moody / Garlic Bread was leading these two women on, or maybe multiple women in the community on. And so Yo Mama, who followed the NFL, John Madden, whoever, whatever his name is, he found out about this drama with Garlic Bread, and so he got into Girl World to follow originally the Garlic Bread stuff. Now, a lot of people sent me his information at the beginning of all of that and sent me his live streams to watch, and I personally was like, I can't watch this because the way he talks about women, particularly like Just Breezin', I believe, was not great in my opinion. I didn't like the way that he like talked about them being fat, whoever, whatever. I was uncomfy, so I have not watched Yo Mama since. Now, what I do know about Yo Mama these days is he spends a lot of time talking about French Fried Girl, who is another foodie beauty reaction channel, and he often is like dragging her and things like that. So I'm fascinated that Amberlynn is out here watching Yo Mama. Just very interesting to me. Very, very interesting to me. And yeah, also fascinated because I think if she had heard some of the things and the ways that he talked about other fat women, that she wouldn't be too supportive of him. But live your truth, Amberlynn. Live your truth, girly girl.
I started watching him literally probably 6 days ago. And I don't know, that laugh though, like, it's just entertaining white noise while I'm doing chores. I just have him going. And he's like realistic in the way that he thinks from what I've seen. Like I said, I've only been watching him for like 6 days now, so if he's done anything in the past, don't come for me because I don't know.
Somebody pull the clips for her and send them to her on Instagram. Somebody do it. I would do it, but I'm blocked.
I don't know anything about him. Would you consider getting back on Ozempic? I've actually thought about it. I have. See, the whole thing with Ozempic is like, I didn't choose to stop taking it. I was like advised to stop taking it by my doctor because of my pancreas and my gallbladder.
So then why would you start doing it again? Why would you stop doing it again? I mean, it checks out. You never take the advice of your doctors. You always think you know better. But why would you stop taking it if your doctor advised you to stop because of your pancreas and gallbladder? Make it make sense, Amberlynn.
I loved Ozempic. Ozempic, like, worked. There was some symptoms, obviously, that were uncomfortable.
It worked, but it was literally going to ruin my pancreas and gallbladder. Okay, girly.
I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it, but I feel like it was worth it, in my opinion. But my doctor did not think so.
Okay.
Very up in the air. I will say that.
No.
What do you think?
If your doctor is advising you against it, why would you do it? This is what I'm saying. When she just does whatever she wants, she's never trying to follow a doctor's actual advice or orders.
Why is your skin always glowing? Huh?
What?
My skin is not glowing.
I was expecting a response from Poe, but he's fully just still laying down beside. That's so funny. He'll get triggered by people walking in the stairwell, but me squawking and a chirping and a scorping like that doesn't do anything to him.
Is my skin glowing? No way.
It's not.
My skin is so dry. Any plans for the 4th? So 4th of July literally is today. It's today. We're filming this before I go watch some fireworks. Okay. I went to a little party moment on Friday night. And then on Saturday, I went to my friends. And then on Sunday, I had some friends come over here. So that's why I haven't really been up there. I've been super freaking busy.
Okay, popular. You're gonna be popular.
But tonight is just me and Feline. Favorite purchase of all time. Ooh, see, I've purchased a lot of things. I'm just gonna say my camera. I love having me a camera, okay? It's the Canon G7X, if you guys are curious. Mark II.
I wasn't.
Love it. Most vloggers use it. That's what I'm currently using now. How are you dealing with the pressure from people wanting to push weight loss surgery on you? I mean, I'm dealing. It seems like majority of folks, and I mean the haters, the trolls, the people who aren't here for good reasons, they want the opposite of what I want. I have been doing this for 10 years now, so I know that based on experience.
That's also so silly, though, because for the past 6 months, you have wanted weight loss surgery, and it's all you've been talking about. And I think a lot of people, to some extent myself included, were very supportive of that goal of yours and wanted you to get it. To be like, only the haters and trolls now want me to get it. No! That's what you've been wanting for the past 6 months, and people wanted to see you succeed. It's almost like nobody can say the right thing for you. I think people just want what's best for you, and a lot of people really do believe, because also you've said it yourself, that weight loss surgery is life-changing for you. It could be life-saving for you.
Whenever I want something, or whenever I don't want something, if I want it, they don't want me to want it. And
Silly.
then if I don't want it, they want me to want it.
Silly.
So, it's just what I'm used to. It is what it is. I'm dealing. But no one's going to push me into paying almost $30,000 to get majority of my stomach taken out of me.
Well, also, let's be fucking serious right now. How much money did you already pump into this journey? You know? Like, you're so silly. So silly.
No one's going to push me to do that. That's ultimately my decision. Would you appear as a guest on the H3 podcast? I've thought about this because so many people have asked me this question, and it just depends on why Ethan wants me there. Like, why do you want me there? And then we'll talk. What's the
I would live for an Ethan H3 podcast, Amberlynn Reed situation type of deal.
And you felt most proud of yourself? Honestly, probably either when I graduated high school, because I was the first person in my family ever, like I can't even say in generations, no, like ever, to graduate high school. And now since me, there has been several others to do so. So I'm very, very happy about that.
A trailblazer.
So, just graduating high school. I know for a lot of people that's so easy. That's a breeze. Not where I come from. Not where I come from. So I was very, very proud of that. I think just like also going to college, I didn't complete it because I moved. If I wouldn't have moved, I would have completed it, of course. I didn't stop.
Oh, of course you would have.
Because I disliked it or whatever it may be. Actually,
I'm so proud of your 2 semesters of criminal justice at the University of Phoenix or whatever it was. Very proud of you, girly girl.
I thoroughly enjoyed college. It's just I moved across the country and whatever it may be.
Sure.
But I will say, like, everything that I've been really proud of myself for has always been, like, school related. Oh, shoot. This is the last question.
Oh, damn.
This is a grand finale question. Any upcoming date plans for you and your girlfriend?
Ooh, get spicy.
Tonight, going to see the fireworks. Dang. That was a lot of questions.
Wow.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Some of these questions I would not have chosen for myself. I feel like we did get a little bit...
I would have never asked myself about Destiny, but my friend is so silly, he did it. It was all him.
Bit of, comedy. We got a little bit of, like, romance. We got a little bit of drama. We got a little bit of it.
We got a little bit of everything.
Should I hire my friend to be the question man? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Amberlynn. Truly. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to close that tab. Damn it! I was in the middle of filling out a form to get a little silly goose tattoo, potentially. Somebody saw my video where I brought up the silly goose flash tattoo here in Chicago and sent it to the tattoo artist, and she commented on my Instagram and was like, I would love to tattoo you. So I think I might go get a silly goose tattoo. Anyways, sorry. Besides the point, I just closed out of that form I'd already started filling out when I closed that window that the video was playing in. Damn. Well, it was the whole Google Chrome thing. It was on a separate tab. Whatever. It's fine. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. That's all I have for today. I can't wait until we get more questions from Amberlynn's friends. Oh, that was the other thing I was thinking about, is Amberlynn's friends. Like, how did she go about meeting these friends when wifey's not from Kentucky and she doesn't leave her home ever? Like, how does she meet these people? Where do these friends come from? Even if she could just tell me that, even if she could just tell me that, I would be so much more entertained by the concept of her having friends. But how does one make friends when wifey isn't from Kentucky and you never leave your house? Are they, like, work friends of wifey's? I always thought wifey worked remotely from home, so I don't know. I have questions. I would like to know more about the alleged friends. Anyways, if you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media, including going and checking out my merch. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!